Hello everyone, and welcome back to Turkish Spotlight Secrets. If you enjoy thoughtful, calm storytelling about the moments the whole internet is arguing about, you're in the right place. Today's episode traces a rumor that started like a spark and grew into a bonfire, the claim that Yağmur Yüksel and Barış Baktaş are engaged. We'll walk through what began on a set, how it moved into real life, what fans think they saw, what anyone can actually say, and why the most adult answer right now is patience, without losing the joy that made people care in the first place. If you find value in careful reporting, remember to like the video, subscribe, and consider joining the channel so we can keep investing time where it matters, context, not noise. Let's start at the beginning, long before hashtags turned the conversation into a scoreboard. The first chapter is Constructive. On that set, as Dylan and Baron, Yağmur Yüksel and Barış Baktaş built a rhythm that audiences felt through the screen. A shared tempo in dialogue, glances that carried subtext without leaning on melodrama, and a way of pausing that made tense scenes breathe. Crews notice patterns before fans do. Lighting techs, script supervisors, and assistant directors saw two professionals who came prepared, stayed generous, and made long days easier by listening well. That's how on-screen chemistry starts, not with magic, but with craft. From there, speculation was inevitable. Viewers collected outtakes and behind-the-scenes clips, then stitched them together into essays with music. People read interviews the way you read a letter from a friend, scanning for a paragraph you hope is there. Every small gesture, shared laughter, a second cup of coffee set down without words, was treated as a clue. And then the rumor machine found a gear. An aggregator account claimed that Barış had proposed. Another claimed the ring was spotted. A third built a timeline out of edits and captions. The story became both a love letter and a Rorschach test. Those who wanted a fairy tale saw one. Those who prefer caution tapped the brakes. Here's what changed the temperature, a short interview in which Yağmur, answering a question about how her life had reorganized itself this year, spoke of formalizing a relationship and planning with care. She did not say the word engagement. She did not show a ring. She did not give a date. But she also did not shoo the idea away. For fans already primed to believe, that careful phrasing felt like a green light. For observers who prize boundaries, it felt like a coded request: celebrate if you want, but keep it gentle. At the same time, stories from the set continued to underline the same theme: closeness built by work, not performative spectacle. Colleagues described table reads that looked less like rehearsal and more like conversation, both actors asking for line cuts when a scene could be cleaner, advocating for quieter choices when volume would have been easier, and protecting crew time by nailing technical beats on the first take. After wrap, they sometimes stayed in a corner with call sheets and pencils, marking tomorrow's scenes to spare everyone overtime. That's not gossip, that's respect for the job. Respect at that level often matures into affection, and affection that grows slowly is the kind with a chance to last. So, are they engaged? The honest answer today is that multiple reputable outlets say a proposal happened, but neither Yağmur nor Barış has issued a formal statement that carries the weight of "we said it, and we stand in it." Until they do, responsible coverage separates the wish from the word. You can hold both ideas at once, that the relationship looks serious, and that confirmation belongs to the people in it. This is not carefulness for its own sake. It protects them, and it protects you from the whiplash of retractions when a rumor outruns its source. Let's talk about why this particular pairing hits differently. In a market that often rewards choreographed reveals, the story here has moved at a human pace. There were months of professional trust before personal hints appeared. There were family lines kept off camera. There were appearances together that didn't convert private moments into content. That restraint built credibility. It's why many fans felt the recent wave of their engaged posts as relief rather than spoilery intrusion. After so much quiet, any sign of a next step felt earned. Social media, naturally, amplified the moment. Fan pages posted collages captioned "from fiction to life." Edits paired tender scenes from Constructive with slow-motion transitions and soft instrumentals. Hashtags trended across Turkey and abroad, especially in countries with devoted followings for Turkish dramas. You could watch a narrative write itself in real time, from set partners, to rumored couple, to almost confirmed fiancés. Alongside the celebration, a different current flowed, comments asking for space, reminding others that two adults are allowed to keep the timeline of their lives in their hands. In the middle of the cheering, a few practical questions deserve airtime. How do high-profile pairs protect a relationship when everyone wants a piece of it? They pick what belongs to the public square and what belongs at a kitchen table. They let work lead, show up, deliver the scene, treat colleagues well, go home. They decline to monetize moments that can't bear the weight of an audience. They save big announcements for when logistics, families, schedules, venues, are in a row. And if they choose to say nothing, they accept the price of silence. Rumor will try to fill the gap. Silence is still a sentence, and sometimes it's the kindest one available. Now, about the wedding speculation. People have already designed ceremonies in their heads, grand halls with strings and soft light, intimate gardens with only family and a few close friends. Some envision industry colleagues filling a reception with speeches. Others imagine a private vow exchange followed by a quiet dinner. Both visions can be beautiful, and both might be wrong. The truth is simple: there is no public date, no official plan. Dream if you want, just don't build expectations like scaffolding around someone else's life. The quality that keeps resurfacing when people talk about Yağmur and Barış is authenticity. In a world allergic to the unbranded moment, they allow themselves unbranded moments. He has spoken in past profiles about discipline as a form of kindness, the idea that showing up prepared is a way of respecting everyone else's time. She has described the difference between being seen and being centered, and how the second is only sometimes necessary. That alignment is why even skeptics have softened around this story. Whatever is happening here doesn't look like a press strategy. It looks like two people moving deliberately. What happens next is predictable and unpredictable at the same time. Predictable: more headlines trying to convert patients into click-through rates. Unpredictable: whether and when the couple speaks in a way that settles the question. If they announce an engagement, it will likely come with language that sets boundaries, what they'll share, what they won't, and how they hope fans will support them without turning private choices into public battlegrounds. If they say nothing, that silence will go on doing its quiet work, giving them a bubble of ordinary time inside an industry that rarely allows it. For fans looking for a constructive role, there are 3 easy wins. First, support the work. Watch the show, stream the projects, boost the teams who make them. Second, practice good digital citizenship. Don't harass family members for confirmation, don't chase vendors for leaks, and don't repost images that were never meant for public consumption. Third, celebrate in a way that doesn't corner the people you're celebrating. We're happy for you, whenever and however you want to share is a gift wrapped in words. Before we close, a word about why this story matters beyond the headline. People often talk about the line between fiction and reality as if it were a border crossing, one giant step and you're on the other side. In truth, the line is a gradient. You carry what you learn in one world into the other. The patience required to build a convincing scene becomes the patience required to build a life. The habit of listening on set becomes the habit of listening at home. If the rumors prove true, the most interesting thing about this engagement won't be the ring. It will be the habits that made the ring make sense. Here's the clean summary you can take with you when the clip ends. Yağmur, Yüksel and Barış Baktaş met the way many great stories begin, at work, in long days that reward discipline and generosity. Their partnership on Constructive created chemistry audiences believed. Over time, that trust off-screen seemed to grow into something more. Today, multiple outlets insist a proposal happened, while the principals themselves have chosen careful words and no formal announcement. Until they speak plainly, the honorable stance is simple: wish them well, watch the work, and let a good story breathe. If you value coverage that treats artists like adults and moments like they're made of glass, don't forget to subscribe to Turkish Spotlight Secrets, turn on notifications, and consider joining to support deeper, slower storytelling. In the comments, tell us how you read the signs. Do you think we're witnessing an engagement, or a public learning to love boundaries? Either way, keep it kind. The best fan communities are the ones that remember there are hearts on the other end of the headline.